Okay, so we took over from an old gym and rebranded as CrossFit ISCA. The community was already there, but it was rapidly dropping off. Like the old gym, it was rapidly dropping off. We knew that we needed to have an online presence, but we also knew that, there's only so much social media, which is sort of my area of focus, can bring to a company, and people still will always, even if they find you on Instagram, they'll still look for a website. We knew it needed to be legitimate. We knew we needed to be showing up into Google. We knew we needed to have that representation, but my level of website knowledge, should I say, is very, very basic, and I could potentially build a really rough one, but anything other than that, completely no idea. So I came to you, Nick, like, help. And it showcased like our membership offers, that kind of thing, but in terms of, it wasn't showing up within Google, it wasn't showing up across sort of anywhere at all. It wasn't built properly either. So in terms of, I built it so it was all like JPEGs, I think you said, so then it wasn't even showing up in any search term, so no SEO, no, like, wasn't showing up anywhere. It was literally felt like just a landing page that wasn't even picking up in text, because it was all like screenshots basically. Oh yeah, I felt really supported. So like I said, I know a little bit about what's required, but didn't actually realize how much goes into it. So I needed quite a bit of guidance around, like, okay, I knew CrossFit was going to be a word, but how much that needed to show up, how much information you actually needed per page. And I had no idea that little things down to, the character count and things like that, how much a word will show up. So while I could provide information, it was so helpful to then have feedback on the information that I provided, to then be able to either reword it myself, or I know that you guys really helped me in terms of rewording it and making sure that it was like SEO appropriate as well. In terms of the photos and things, yeah, that's so much guidance. You literally said, this is what we need, this is how we need it. And I was like, okay, roger that. And then even then, when I sent it over, there was like, feedback was really quick of just being like, oh, I think we need it like this. So yeah, from start to finish, I felt like my hand was held, but also in a sense that it was something that it wasn't a headache for me. It wasn't like oh my God, I need to do this, and this. It was just like gentle guidance saying, hey, we need this now, and this has to come from you. And there was definitely areas that could have come from me, but you guys still helped massively with, so. So we have now got a website that people can click through to sign up on. It's SEO appropriate. It shows up on Google, shows up on Instagram, and those were like our big main things. And there's also now a functional blog as well, which is ideal. So since it's been live, which has been a few months now, right? We now have a fair few coming through the website as inquiries, and they have transferred into members.
Awesome.
Summarize. Okay, so from start to finish, where I came to you in like a bit of a help, it was all pretty really calm, and I felt very like, not this isn't my problem anymore, but it was just like, okay, this isn't as big as what I made in my head. It felt so huge, whereas you guys made me feel really calm and be like, it's fine, we've sorted it. So there was so much guidance, there was so much clarity in what you needed, and also so much advice on like, no, this is what you need. So a lot of the time, like, I came to you and I didn't really know what we needed, whereas I felt so supported, and I still have no idea how you've done it. But now the website is working, so like I said, functionally, and we're actually getting members through the door now through that website. So every time I emailed, there was a prompt response. Every time I had like a query or you needed something, even if there was a delay in me getting it to you, there'd be a nudge from you guys, which is always so helpful, because setting up that gym was a headache, and it felt like there was so much on my plate. So it felt like there was nudges and support all along the way. and just guidance on. And still now, you'll still send me things like, hey, this would work as a blog, or hey, this is good. And I just think having that support, knowing, because I think for me, where the website isn't at the forefront of my mind, I still know it's mega important. And I feel like even now that the website's live and it's working, there's still that support from you guys. Yeah, I think startup businesses, definitely. So someone that doesn't, like any sort of business that they might have a small team and they're not employing sort of like huge staff to be able to sit in that zone of genius. 100%. Any solopreneurs as well. So I'd say anyone that is running a business, whether that's by themselves or as like an actual brand, anyone that, I think even like store, and I know we've spoken about affiliates and things like that, anyone that's looking to grow their business. So maybe they have a business and it's not potentially driving in as much traffic as you think it could be. Anyone that's maybe not that savvy in the digital world. I think there's like, I would come to you guys for a variety of different businesses. As a social media manager, I deal with a lot of different businesses. And I would say from a mental health app that I look after to a charity to a beauty therapist that I might look after, I would send them all to you guys, because I think what you're able to offer them is growth in their business without it adding more stress to them.